Hello, good afternoon, and thank you for making it a Goal Buster Sports Note. I am a Goal Buster, and I want to thank you for making it a Goal Buster Sports Note on YouTube, and thank you for choosing this medium as we bring you coverage of Zone E Da Costa Cup competition. Here's the St. Elizabeth Technical versus Sydney Pagon. Sydney Pagan, they're in the yellow and the blue versus the white with red stripes and the blue shorts with yellow stripes and the red socks of the St. Elizabeth Technical. So a colorful Steths here today. So Steths are on 21 points, and safely no other team in this zone can pass the Steths team. The most BB Coke, who is on 13 points, can only afford to go to 19 points with 2 rounds of games remaining. So just let me give you the starting lineup for the visitors. Sydney Pagan High, Jordan Smith in goal, Vasina Brown number 4, Shamiro Samuels number 5, Nathaniel Bent number 7, Justin Powell 8, 9 is DeAndre Wesley, and DeAndre Wesley is a very competent player, a player that can do the job for the Sydney Pagan team. Number 11 is Daniel Diaz, David Poiser 12, 14 is Arnold J. Verson, 17 Nicholas Ricketts, and 21 is Tyrese Gardner. The St. Elizabeth Technical team, who is already in the inter zone, already top the zone on 21 points. Have a Moore Morgan in goal, Dante Campbell Savariu, Sadiq Savariu number 3, Jeffrey Henry 6, Antoine Smith 7, Ajay Smith 10, Jamoy Blackwood 14, Rahul Hill 17, and number 19 Tafari Wisdom, who got his first start today for the St. Elizabeth Technical team. And Shemar Stewart, number 22, got his second start for the Steths team, and Sidney Miller completes the starting lineup as the Steths team. They attack through Jeffrey Henry, who crosses that one across, own goal. And Jeffrey Henry with that cross and own goal, and just waiting to see the player that the ball hit last, as the Steths team, they have taken the lead. So that was a number 11, Daniel Diaz. And last touch off Daniel Diaz. So own goal on Daniel Diaz, number 11 player for the Sydney Pagan team. As the Steths team, they took an early lead. Number 5, Shamiro Samuels with the responsibility 5 players lurking around the 18 yards. Sidney Pagon in with a free kick, but it looks as if he's going direct. And he did go direct. Still inside the Steths half. And let's play that one wide. With a long throw. Ajay Simita trying to clear his lines. Free kick, Steths. And to change to the Steths line. Tafari Williams, who controls on his chest, and Tafari Williams, James, Tafari Wisdom. I keep on saying Williams. I don't know what's gotten into me. Tafari Wisdom, who his father George Wisdom. 1999 Acosta Cup and Oliver Shield winner. Here he is, Tafari Williams, the son of George Pong Wisdom. Did I say Tafari Williams just now? Let's get into me. Here we go. Captain, in fact, Miller, Mui Morgan, and the team has been spread. As Wisdom with a chance now to make that one. It's a nice pass to Ajay Simit, who lost possession on to Ricketts. And Ricketts played that one for the runner. Verson. It's this team now to Wisdom. Nice ball to Shemar Stewart. And Garden, who spreads that one wide. Diaz. There's Poiser. And Poiser couldn't keep possession as Antoine Smith, who settled things for the Steths team. Savario Smith. Now Hill. Oh, that's a nice ball, and the goalkeeper comes and hesitates. Now here's a chance. 2-0. Ajay Simit with his third goal of the competition, and the second here for the Steths team. Looks as if some floodgates will be open here today. Early 2 goals a cushion, and I like the confidence of the Steths team, keeping possession and building from the back. Going forward as a Sidney Miller, who turns on his left boot. Rahul Hill with that superb pass. The goalkeeper hesitated, though, to be fair. Goalkeeper Simit. There's a ball played long for the run of Stewart. Antoine Simit, and you cannot afford to get any injury now, so you have to play to game plan. Wisdom, who came in a little bit slight, and the ball played over the top from Verson, and the flag is up. Now Jeffrey Henry, who is playing a little bit higher today, he's playing a right midfield role and overlapping role, allowing Wisdom, Tafari Wisdom, to stay back to help the defense line. Taken quickly, Jeffrey Henry, and Jeffrey Henry has caused problems already and has won back a possession as soon as he lost it. Wisdom, Blackwood, Stewart, and now Brown clear his lines. Steths team in possession through Tafari, Wisdom, Captain Dante Campbell. So the Steths team now there, and this is what I like to see. If you have the advantage over a team, you have to keep them down. You have to keep the advantage going. A very short pass from Sadiki Savario. Steths team, they keep on playing the ball around as Ajay Simit, number 10, got his third goal a short while ago. Ajay Simit again. And looking on Jeffrey Henry taking too much touches. And a Garden who can bring the Sydney Pagon team forward. And Nicholas Ricketts trying to thread that one through as a Tafari Wisdom who passed that ball over the top. Now this could be trouble. The flag is up on Antoine Simit. 2-0 is the scoreline. Own goal of Diaz. Ajay Simit made it 2-0. And referee didn't like that, so free kick here for the Sydney Pagon team. So 3 players out for the Steths team. In fact, 4 players out for the Steths team. Ricardo Simit, who's out due to cards. Jordan Blake and Kenoy Williams both on the injury list. Number 9 Westney trying to turn away and turn back from attack as Blackwood being watched closely. Here's Wisdom, back to Wisdom. Oh, that's a nice ball across, still inside the danger area. Ajay Simit skips away. Is that outside the box? Right on the edge of the 18 yards. Free kick here for the Steths team. Alright, so correction. It's a penalty given to the Steths team. And Dante Campbell, the captain of the Steths team, with the opportunity to get his 6th goal of the competition and also to put the Steths team 3 up in this first stanza of the Zone E Da Costa Cup competition right here at the St. Elizabeth Technical Sports Complex. 3-0, 6 goals for Dante Campbell. And the Steths team, they drive away with this first half. The Sydney Pagon team, they start again. Well, they're down 3-0 and looking at a uphill task. And I remember the first time they entered this competition, they got 10-0 right here at the Steths Sports Complex. Ronaldo Webster, he was the killer in that game. Had a hat-trick. Shamar Murray, the little number 7 player, back in 2017-2018. He had a hat-trick also, and we are yet to see a hat-trick in this competition from the Steths team. Not scoring many goals. This is not scoring many goals in this competition, but they are keeping a clean sheet and unbeaten record, which they are protecting. As with this win now, they will move up to 24 points, maximum points. So this will be 8 from 8. As the St. Elizabeth technical team through Mui Morgan Sidane Miller. Savario switches from right to left. And a little touch that was too slight from Demoy Blackwood. Fumbles under his feet. Captain Dante Campbell. Ajay Simit can make that pass. Now Wisdom plays that one in the open space, and now the goalkeeper comes in. Simit. Tafari Williams. Tafari Wisdom. I keep on saying Williams. I'm wondering why I keep on saying Tafari Williams. It's Tafari Wisdom. And he's my nephew. I can proudly say Tafari Wisdom, a young prodigy, young player that has a bright future in football. Throwing Steths. Tafari Wisdom, whistle, and so, as a referee, Davey just having a word with the assistant and just showing that everything is corporate set. Throw that one back to Dante Campbell. Ajay Simit. That's a little bit too hard, and Sydney Pagan team can clear their lines. Justin Powell, the left wing back player for the Sydney Pagan team, number 8. So Wisdom with the throwing. And one is over the line, thrown here for the Sydney Pagan. So it'll be a battle of the second place. Monroe, they play Magatti at home up in the cool in Monroe. So the Monroe team, they're on 10 points. The Magatti team on 9 points, and trying to get through was Jeffrey Henry, a good defending from the Sydney Pagan defensive unit. Antoine Simit. Diaz trying to clear his lines. Ball played across, and from he didn't get it there, it would be hard to keep that one in play. Simit. And Brown, who clears his lines. On to Wesley, taking over from Verson, and Wesley played that one through number 17, and intercepted. That was Nicholas Ricketts over the top there, and the goalkeeper Mui Morgan came out and took that one up. Goes that one immediately out onto Antoine Simit, who cuts inside and played that one through for the run of Stewart. Shamar Stewart, who cuts on his right boot and straight into the arms of Jordan Simit, and applauded from the fans here. I am excited for that number 22 player. I really want him to score to get his first goal of his start, his journey. And that one was too close to Verson. And a nice turn from Wesley. And now the Steths team, they can clear their lines. First corner kick off of this game goes to the Sydney Pagan team. So Nathaniel Bent with this corner. Nice corner at the front post. And into the side netting. Taking shots. So the Steths team, they're starting it. And had to control that one with my left arm just now. slight drizzling. Not much to affect the game. Antoine Simitu turns back, giving away possession on to Garden, on to Ricketts, and intercepted from the 25 for the Steths team. Sidane Miller. 3-0 is the scoreline, first half action. And for the first time this season, the Steths team, they're scoring 3 goals in one half. Well, they did it in the first game against Pagon, but it was 1-0 in the first half. Now it's 3-0 in the first half. And taken short. Long floating ball onto Wisdom. Oh, nice control on his tie. And has created a chance for a cross, and that one is out for a goal kick. It's a good combination between number 6 Jeffrey Henry, Tafara Wisdom, number 19. So free kick taken short onto, and now the Steths team, they're communicating, they're playing really well, creating space and movements. As a Garden who moves that one long, Steths team possession to Blackwood. It's a nice ball over the top. Jeffrey Henry turns away, appeal for handball, none given. The referee says a ball to hand, and trying to trick his way through was Ricketts. Throwing here for the Steths team. 3-0 remains at the scoreline. On to Simmet, Ajay Simmet, and he was held back from Ricketts. St. Elizabeth a technical. And Dante Campbell, that one is that one drift away from the attack. Oh, that's a nice turn from Hill. Has been impressive in this tournament. On to Henry, and good tackling there from Samuels. Ease that one on to Simmet. All the way back to Wisdom. Savari. Steths in possession. If you've just joined us, the Steths team, they're in the red and white top with red socks, blue and yellow shorts. A lot of colors here today for the Steths team. He's on to Smith, giving away possession to Bent. Plays that one long for the run of number 12, David Poiser. Goalkeeper Mui Morgan off his line, and that's a long ball over the top. Goalkeeper Simmet will get this one. 3-0 is the scoreline. The St. Elizabeth technical team in the lead. Own goal from Diaz, Daniel Diaz. Ajay Simmet with the second, and a penalty from Captain Dante Campbell. Now Verson. That one all the way across. Savari, you gotta head to it, but it's still inside the Steths half. Powell.
Come technical, put in 3 more no.
Powell. And it has been identical score lines for the Steths journey in this first round as a person was brought down. This free kick, Shamiro Samples, number 5, straight towards goalkeeper Mui Morgan. There's a Jeffrey Henry who heads that one back to Stewart, who lays that one off to Blackwood. Blackwood, oh, that's a nice ball. The flag is up. Wouldn't have counted. Simit. Ajay Simit. Blackwood. Damai Blackwood. Simit. Antoine Simit. Ajay Simit. Steths in the possession. Nice turn. Turns back. He's that one off to Hill. Rahul Hill. And just having some fun inside the middle of the park. Confidence and keeping that ball, which is good to see. Corner kick here for the Steths team. Corner kick, Steths at the back post. Here's a header, still inside the 6 yards. Now the Sydney Pagon team, they kind of clear their lines. Antoine Simit with that header, and the block there from the bent as Dante Campbell, who eased the pressure on to Mui Morgan. Jay Simit. Here is Jeffrey Henry. Surges inside. Verson keeping his ball. Whistle on the play. Free kick, Sydney Pagan. And Gordon is down. And now referee Davey restart this game. 3-0 is the scoreline. Steths team in cruise control in this first 45. As a Blackwood who surges forward. Long ball over the head of Ajay Smith. Took a touch on the way, so a corner kick here for the Steths team. Blackwood with this corner at the back post. And overhead kick. The goalkeeper spills, but he was fouled in the process. That will not count. 3-0 remains the scoreline. So the last 2 rounds of games after this one, rescheduled games. Steths versus Monroe on a Tuesday, 11th of October. BB Coke, they will battle Lacovia back to back after a 2-0 victory against the Lacovia team in a Junction. Throwing Powell for the Sydney Pagan team. And free kick on Ricketts, number 17 player. Ricketts, the number 17 player, is showing that he is capable of holding the ball and surging forward with that ball, but playing in a better team. He will have more advantage going forward, a chance, and whistle on the play. Offside call. Ball played across the face of goal. And coach Omar Rambo Wedderburn didn't like that. A very hard tackle advantage played And now referee Davey will bring that one back on the foul on Sadiki Savario. And a yellow card on to number 12, David Poiser. Sadiki Savario with this free kick. He will go long. Anton Smith heads that one on to Stewart. Couldn't hold his balance. Free kick, Sidney Pegg. Long floating ball. Headed up by Wisdom. Wicket is there, but Jeffrey Henry who fixed that one on. Ajay Simit. Now here's a chance. Now Wesley. And it's still alive. And now Captain Dante Campbell. So the Sydney Pagan team just in. The defensive unit of the Steths team, they fell asleep.
Very good.
Alright, so the game resumed. So Stewart to Verson, number 14. So one off to Ricketts. And Verson and Ricketts just having a little pass around as Ajay Simitu took over and played that one on to Antoine Simit on his left boot. Here's Antoine Simit who played that one across. 4-0 with his right boot, beating a goalkeeper. Simit on to his left in the far corner. And Antoine Simit has made that one a 4-0. Wonderful run, wonderful pass from Ajay Simit. So the Simits combining here at the Centres Better Technical Sports Complex. Here we go again. The trouble has arrived. Here we go. Jeffrey Henry lays that one off. Blackwood. Jeffrey Henry on the overlap. Cuts inside. Can he get that one across? Yes, he does. And that one across the face of goal. Diggy took a touch. Nope. Goal kick coming up. So they just let me welcome the president of St. Elizabeth FA, Patrick Malcolm, is the person who plays that one long. Long ball from Mui Morgan, nice control from Ricketts. As a Powell who from Ricketts. And free kick here for the Sydney Pagan team. Kick Sydney Pagan. Long ball and straight into the arms of a goalkeeper, Mui Morgan, who bowls that one immediately out. And Samuels who he's out of position. Now here's a chance now for Jeffrey Henry to make it a 5-0. Yes! 5-0. Jeffrey Henry with his second goal of the competition. And number 5 for the Steths team. So the floodgates have been opened. Welcome back to the St. Elizabeth Technical Sports Complex. 5-0. Jeffrey Henry got on the score sheet. And it's a matter of scoring goals now. And the Sydney Pagan team, they slumped down to a 5 goals. First half defeat. And as Rahul Hill, who has been having a wonderful tournament, just won a game. I see where Rahul Hill was off, and that was versus BB Coke right here. Now Jeffrey Henry crosses that one across. The goalkeeper is there and pick that one out from the sky. Bowls that one immediately out on to Poiser. Plays that one long on for Wesley. Intercepted from Dante Campbell. Savario. As a Blackwood who passes that one through. Here's Jeffrey Henry again. And he hit the upright. So Jeffrey Henry is getting behind the defensive unit of the Sydney Pagon team quite a number of times. He needs to make full use of these runs. He's hard to contain, and all he needs to do is put the ball in the back of the net. He's on one, so he can score a hat-trick here today. And there goes the first 45. 5-0 is the scoreline. Centres by Technical in the lead.